My name is Rambo. I got my trail name because I apparently have a lot of similarities with the movie character Rambo. I have a lot of dirt on my face a lot of the times. Sometimes I will express my thoughts in a way, and then my hair will get very frizzy. And of course, I wear a bandana a lot of times. So that's how I got my trail name.
Hi, I'm Chocolatine, and I got my trail name because there's this cultural revolution going on in France right now over what to call a chocolate croissant. Historically, it's always been called a pain au chocolat, which is a baguette with chocolate, and a small group of people in France decided that pain au chocolat was taken, a baguette with chocolate is a thing, and so they were like, we need a new name for the chocolate croissant. And so they came up with the chocolatine. And so I got the name because I was traveling with what felt like every single French person on trail. And they were all sussing each other out a little bit. They were all pain au chocolat this, pain au chocolat that. And I come in and I'm like, hey, what's a pain au chocolat? And they're like, oh, it's a chocolate croissant. And I was like, oh, you mean a chocolatine? And they lost it. They did not have it. And they went off. They had a good laugh about it. And afterwards, they were like, you're chocolatine. I'm like, yeah.
I'm Raccoon. I got my name because I was rummaging in a hiker box and then I found unlabeled powders and started taste testing them.
Good morning, and my name is Dogfoot, and this is Minion, and how I got my trail name. Where I come from in Honduras, it's Pata de Chucho, which is a term used for somebody that's a wanderer. And I got my name in homage to my late grandmother, who was my biggest supporter. And every time my family would call, like, oh, where's Eric? Like, oh, he's out dog footing, because I would be either working or trying out new gear up in the mountain, getting ready for trail. So when she passed, I kind of just wanted to take something, and it was just, she was always just saying that I was dog footing, so I just took it as Dogfoot, translated to English, and that's how I got my name.
In the back pocket. Mine's kind of silly. I'm Minion. We're going Nobo here on the PCT, and early on, I think it was like Mount Laguna or something. I wear a yellow puffy. I wear these funky glasses. I wear blue and yellow a lot. So we're walking from the campground. He's like, you look like a minion right now. And it's the energy.
Minion.
It's a ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. I don't stop. And so it's a name that's stuck, and it's been here ever since. So yeah, we're hiking the PCT. It's his second time at it, my first, and so far it's been an amazing journey. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Foghorn. I started April 12th, and I got my trail name because one of my friends that I was hiking with in the beginning is from the UK, and he would joke that I was so loud on the trail hiking through the canyons in the desert that he could navigate around the sound of my voice to figure out where he was and where I was on the trail. So he named me Foghorn, just like the instruments that guide ships back from the sea.
Hi, I'm Mr. Clean. I started April 13th, and I got my name because I would roll into town and everyone would tell me that I look too clean to be a thru hiker. But I'm still here, and I'm dirtier than you think.
Hi, my name is Roadkill, and I got it after stepping on a lizard outside of Big Bear.
My name is Frozen, and I got my trail name in 2024 from climbing Mount Whitney. My partner and I were coming down from the top where we had froze to death. It was super cold and super windy, and we had on everything that we could possibly have and just had to get off the mountain. And he said, I think your name is now Frozen. And here I am, still frozen.
Hey, so Morag
And Ian.
from Scotland.
Yeah.
Our trail name is Braveheart after William Wallace and his fantastic victory over the English.
And we're obviously Scottish.
And we're obviously Scottish.
Hi, my name is Calendar. I'm hiking the Pacific Crest Trail going Nobo. Got my trail name on the Colorado Trail a few years ago. Some friends thought it was appropriate seeing I keep such a detailed calendar of where I should be on trail and things of that nature. So it's good trail name for me. Fits well. I'm keeping it.
Hi, my trail name is New Bay. It's because I'm wearing this Old Bay hat, and I'm from New York City, and so we smushed them together, and that is why I'm named New Bay.
Alrighty, I'm Broccoli. I got that trail name when I was doing the JMT in 2021. I was hiking with the southbound PCT hiker, and we were talking about, just fantasizing about the food you have on trail, and at some point you're just desperate for vegetables. And I was telling him my favorite thing to cook for dinner sometimes is just roast up a bunch of broccoli, nothing but broccoli for dinner, and he was almost upset. He was like, no, you have to have a carb or a protein, that's not dinner. And I just insisted that I like broccoli. So the next day he started calling me Broccoli, and it stuck.
I'm Socks. When I was 15, I did a 3-day backpacking trip on the AT, and because it was my first backpacking trip, I just brought like 10 pairs of socks for the 3 days. And my first night, I went to go and change into my new pairs of socks, and I didn't have any of them, and so I went the 3 days with just 1 pair of socks. And then my last day, I took everything out of my bag and was like looking through it, and all my pairs of socks were at the bottom, and so they started calling me Socks.
Hey, my name is Breeze, and I got my name from a friend because I kind of come and go like the wind, and also when I'm trying to get up a hill, I'll just breeze right on by.
Hi, I'm Rocket Sauce. I use they, them pronouns, and I got my name on the Appalachian Trail because someone thought I hiked like I was powered by rocket sauce. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Dark Horse. My friend gave me the trail name. I was struggling a lot in the beginning of the trail, but she said she was so inspired by how capable I actually was and like surprised by it. So that's how I got my trail name. Yeah, I'm also a big like horse girl. I love horses, and I see them kind of all around on the trail. So yeah, I love the trail name.
Hi, my name's Setlist. I got that trail name hiking the AT last summer, and I got it because I was always checking this band Setlist that I like to follow called Fish. I've been to 150 of their shows, and every morning I check their stats like it's a sports team, and so that name has stuck ever since.
Hey, my trail name is Wonka, like Willy Wonka. Someone in Idlewild saw me with my glasses. These are usually attached to my face. They thought it looked like Johnny Depp in the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that they made, early 2000s. So that's how I got the name Wonka. I've leaned into it.
So my name is Tailgate, and it was given to me by my hiking partner here because I was following too close to her at the start of the PCT.
Yeah, my name is FitCheck, and it's because I helped people fit their packs at the start of the PCT.
Hey, I'm Almost Famous, and I got my trail name because Big Agnes and Ridge Merino for the last few years have been sponsoring a hiker on each of the 3 main trails, and I am this year's PCT hiker.
Hi, I'm Eyebrow, and I'm Eyebrow because early on in the trail we decided to shave a slit into my eyebrow, and it got bigger than expected, and it looked really funny for a while.
Okay, my name is Dragon Sky. I got my trail name on the Suffering Bear Mountain Trail. I was hiking with this horrible guy for 3 days, and he kept wanting me to lead this hike, and I kept saying, I don't want to lead this hike, and it's like my first time back or second time backpacking. He's being very passive aggressive, like, we'll never make it to camp in time. You're going too slow. And I was like, why don't you lead this hike? And he's like, no. So eventually, after him doing this multiple times, I had a panic attack and ended up crying and running off and hitting my leg, started bleeding, and he comes over and he's like, I don't have time for your feelings. You need to go figure out somebody to go deal with that. And I didn't know how to go home or turn around because it's like my second backpacking trip. So I'm sitting on this rock like this crying, and something lands on my head, and I feel it, and it lands on my foot, and it's a dragonfly. And the dragonfly stays with me until I stop crying. And then when the dragonfly flew away, so the day happened to be a gray day, the dragonfly flew away and the sky cracked open in blue, and I was like, that's my name, Dragon Sky. So the dragonfly named me.
Okay, so my trail name is Red Hot, and it was from like Trail Angel because at the time I said something to the effect I was running red hot with my, or super hot with my trail magic because I got like 6 in 4 days. And then there was like a little something to do with my fiery personality. Turns out I have red hair as well too. There's like multiple things in there, but yeah. It was about trail magic, but definitely fiery personality. Like might be there.
All right, so my trail name is Gator. Couple things that tie it into why I'm named that, but the real reason is the morning I was leaving to actually hike the PCT, I was going and loading up my stuff into the car, and my mom was like, do you want to carry anything from your grandma? Because she passed away a couple years ago. We were super close, and I was like, whew. It's a little late to ask me this question because, we're going right now, but let's just entertain this and take a look. So we open up a box and I grab a small box that has 4 or 5 alligator teeth in it. And I grab it, I'm like, perfect. And so I was showing everybody in Mount Laguna, I think. Yeah, Mount Laguna. And I was like, this is my luxury item. And I've been carrying it since the Mexican border. So I'm Gator. It's my lucky alligator tooth.
Hi, I'm Mash. I'm walking the PCT right now. I got Mash night 1 when I sat down after everyone else started boiling water, got my water hot, put it right into the bag of instant mashed potatoes, ate it before anyone else was done boiling water. They were all sitting there gawking that I just ate a family-sized thing of mashed potatoes. And then I jokingly pull out a second family-sized bag and start lighting the water again. And that's how I got MASH.
Hi, my trail name is Caterpillar, and I got it because I'm drawing my sleeping bag in a certain way. So I'm putting my trekking poles on the side of my backpack, and then pull my sleeping bag over it, and I get suddenly 2 meters, and yeah, you can see it in the picture.
Hello, my name is Dirtnap, and I got my name because one day as we were hiking out of Julian, I was sleeping in the dirt, and I got up and I was covered in dust, and my friend Neon said, we'll name you Dirtnap since you just sleep right there on the ground.
My name is Dehydrated Cucumber. It's because I don't drink very much and I get a little dehydrated. And Cucumber because I am a very calm person, so I'm as cool as a cucumber.
Yep, so my trail name's Not Tom, and I got that because I'm English, and for the first 700 miles on trail, I met 3 other English people, and all 3 of them were called Tom.
Hi, my trail name is The Princess, and I got it because I got sick on the second day of the PCT, and then the trail angel took me, and then I got the princess treatment.
Hi, I am The Void, not devoid, but The Void, and I'm called that because on our far out maps, you can download other layers to see topography and streets and stuff like that. I don't download any of that stuff, and so my map just looks like a red line, the trail, floating in a black void. So people were like, "You're hiking through the void, you're the void," and I am the void.
My name is Troll, and I received this trail name because I'm strong against cold weather, and I destroy stuff on accident all the time, and I'm easily persuaded into doing new things.
My name is Sappy, and I got my trail name because I woke up and my sleeping mat was stuck to me from some tree sap.
Hi, I am Hummingbird, so I was called like that because I was going quite fast in the uphill, and also I quite never stop on the trail.
Hey there, PCT hiker. My name is Cool Beans, and yeah, this is my second time around. I did it once already. Yeah, we're just hiking away and loving every minute of it. And thanks for watching.
Hey, my name is Penguin. I'm from Brazil, and I got this trail name from the hobbling walk. I had some pretty bad blisters on my first and second week, but now trail legs are kicking in and everything is great. So yeah, thanks.
Hi, I'm Navajo Joe. I got my name on the AT when I did the hike through. I went to Georgia and they asked me what tribe I was from. I told them Navajo, and they said if I do the hike through, I will be the first Navajo. So that's how I came out with Navajo Joe.
Cool. My name's Pebbles. I just follow my mom around quietly, so it's kind of like Pebbles following Bam Bam on the Flintstones. So that's how I got my name.
Hello, I'm Dead Hang. I got my trail name because I hung up to a dead tree. I've been hammocking the PCT. Only slept on the ground once so far, and the tree fell as I hopped up in my hammock. So, yeah, it's a very funny story in full, but...
What's up? My trail name is Deuce. The origin story to that is early on in the trail, I was digging a cat hole and taking a deuce, as you do out here. And right when I finish up, I'm just about to start cleaning and I shuffle up a little bit and something else falls out. And I look down, turns out I have my water filter in my pocket. It popped out and fell straight into the cat hole, clean side down, and it was a nightmare. And I couldn't even believe my eyes. I thought I was dreaming. But, you know, things happen out here. There's a lesson learned, and hopefully there's some wisdom to be learned from that story. But yeah, that's why they call me Deuce.
Hi, my name is Burps. My trail name is Burps. Not too significant of a story. I burp a lot on trail. I chug a lot of water while I'm walking, but not a lot. But I also do very loud burps. So whenever I'm walking, you can hear me coming from behind because I burp a lot, and you can hear me. So you can be like, "Hey, that's Burps coming behind me." So that's my trail name. I'm from New Jersey too.
Hi, my name is Stinker. I'm from Spain, and how I got the trail name is at the beginning all my stuff kept breaking, so every time we had a stop or any off time, I would just pull out the sewing key and be like tinkering away. And yeah, so just fixing my stuff, and then I started fixing everyone's stuff, so yeah, Tinker.
Hi, so I'm Pickles, and I got my name because on the first day I spilled the pickle juice over myself and then smelled like a pickles for a while. So yeah, that's it.
Perfect. My name is Sticks. I'm on the PCT. I'm from Iowa, and this is my stick. This is how I got it. I've hiked with no trekking poles. Cheers.
Hi, my name is OB, or Open Book. I got my trail name because I'm really interested in people out here. I'm really interested in getting to know people below the surface, and yeah, I just like conversation and getting to know people.
Hi, my name is Porix, and I got my trail name the very first day I was on the Pacific Crest Trail, where I tried to heat up my food, and I set it not on purpose, my bandana on fire, and everyone thought it was very funny. So that's how I got it.
Okay, my name is Packrat. I am Packrat because I carried a mouse in my food bag for 10 miles. That little guy snuck in and opened up my food bag at the end of the day. Some wedged in between 2 dehydrated meals, dumped it out, mouse scurried away, and from then on I was Packrat, so.
All right, my trail name is Two Tone, and I got it because of my crazy tan lines.
Hi, my name's Astro. I got my trail name early in the desert. It's short for Astrophage from Project Hail Mary, and it's related to the amount of energy that product has, and I really brought together our trail family.
Hi, my name is Half Dump, and I got my name the first time I went backpacking. It was in Yosemite, and it was a 4-day trip. I could not go to the bathroom, could not have a bowel movement, and by the 4th day I was not feeling good. I knew I had to get something out. So I went, I got about half a movement out, and I went and told my friend who was looking to give me a trail name the whole time, and she instantly just goes, "You're Half Dumb." And at the time I didn't think it was funny, but it's hilarious. I came around to it.
My trail name is Babu. It's short for Babushka because in my trail family I'm the oldest one, and I'm usually slow, so I'm behind and I care for my knees, so my friend gave me Babushka, which means grandmother in Russian.
Hey, I'm Tailwind. Got my name because I started the trail with my dad, and people think I'm fast, but really I'm just in his tailwind.
Hello, I'm Laxi, and it's a short version of Luxurious Lucy because I'm Lucy and I'm very luxurious. I carry a deodorant, a conditioner, a solar panel, all of that. Yeah, that's it.
Hey there, I'm Craig, also known as Tractor. Started on April 14th at Campo on the PCT, and I got a trail name by a German couple, which I cannot remember their name right now, but it was about the second weekend. I kept passing them. They were, 30 years younger than me, and they said, "You're like a tractor, you keep passing us." So I laughed and I said, yeah, I like that trail name, because another guy, Canadian guy, was trying to call me What's Up? His name's Big Bear. But I said, no, I'm not taking that name. So anyway, that's how I got my trail name.
Hi, I'm Aqua Blaze, and I got my trail name last year on the PCT from my Tramley member Songbird, mainly because every time there's water near trail, I will be in the water immediately. So I'm going to take all the blazes and side quests to swim in every type of water.
Hi, my name is Skidoo. That's my trail name for my hike this year in 2026. It's a ghost town in Death Valley, and it's a really amazing place. And Skidoo is also my Buryman name. So I imported my Buryman name to the trail. I feel like the same person there as in here, so that works for me.
My name is SOBOS, and I got the name in a restaurant because the waitress got my name wrong and wrote it on a paper cup. Yep.